Hey guys, it's Liam, the Prove It guy, and this video is 10 tips on why getting outside is deadly. So tip number one is that the air is cleaner. So getting outside your car from the fake air in your car, getting outside your house from the air that's created by heat and body odor and just the general smell of your house and the stuff that's around it will help just clear your airways, open your lungs a bit more. People always breathe a little deeper whenever they're outside because they're just more relaxed in general. So the air is clear, so you're getting better oxygen into the body, which helps to open you up mentally and physically rather than stale air from work or central heating or whatever it is. Number two is to change your focus. So whenever you're sitting somewhere for a long period of time, whether it's in your house, in the car, in the office, whenever you're doing that, you sort of dull your senses, you dull your focus, and you become lethargic. So if you go outside, even if it's just a walk around your house or the building or the block or into a garden, when you go outside, that changes your focus, which means that you will be able to get back to what you're doing with a clearer mindset, and maybe some of the problems you were dealing with, once you change your focus slightly, that relaxes the mind. Your mind's able to find better solutions than the ones you were trying to find when you were just trying to drill it home. So if you have a project, the best thing to do is to aim for 90 minutes on, then a couple minutes off, and then go back to 90 minutes. So it takes you about 20 minutes to get engaged in what you're doing. Then you can work for the rest of the 90 and then take a break then, instead of getting distracted by your phones or something. So if you have a plan to go outside, you're going to get less distracted and you'll set yourself a goal of 90 minutes and then you'll be able to go outside after that. Number three is to spend time alone. Spending time alone outside gets you away from all the distractions and it makes you focus more on yourself. The more time you spend with yourself, spending time alone, the more you learn about your emotions, the more you learn about how you feel, how you think. And that way you can control, without being controlling, you can control how the rest of your day goes. So then if you wake up the next day and you feel a bit sluggish or tired or anything like that, you're more aware of it so that you can put better steps in place to make you get through the day better. You also will be able to, when you spend time alone, register when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you're sad, when you're happy, and you'll be able to tune into them whenever you want. Or like with anger, for example, you'll be able to take more control of that and get away with it. So something that being outside just really helps you do is it gives you time to be by yourself and focus inwardly so that you understand what it is that makes you tick. Number four is to discover new places. So whenever you go outside, don't just go outside to the same place all the time. Go on Google Maps, find somewhere you haven't been, a castle, a forest, a waterfall, something like that, and then just go and see what it's like. On the way there, you will see more places, and it just opens you up to a world that you're not aware of, mainly because you haven't been trying to be aware of it. Number five is to meet new people. So whenever you go to random places, you'll come across people, and if you say hello and ask them about the area, a lot of the time you find that them people are actually from the area and they can tell you the wee secret spots. But not only that, they just chat to you and you have someone to speak to that doesn't know anything about you, so that they've no preconceptions of who you are. And that way you can meet new people and release some of the stuff you've been holding on to for yourself that you might necessarily be able to talk to your friends about. Number six is that you get exercise. So even if it is just walking, you're exercising your body. The more exercise you get for your body, the healthier the body will be. So this is a very quick tip, a very basic tip. Get outside and exercise. It's more fun than exercising inside, and plus it's really good for you. So tip number seven is appreciation. Whenever you go outside, you start to really appreciate the stuff you have around you, the areas that you have around you, the fact that you're somewhere that's safe for you to actually go outside, because you could live somewhere that's not safe, but you're lucky to live in an area that you can actually go outside and explore. If you go outside and you get soaking wet, then you'll appreciate being able to come home to somewhere dry with new clothes. So it just opens up your idea of appreciation so that it makes things like gratitude easier. So a lot of people say that you should be grateful for your house, but if you always spend time there, then it sort of becomes a blind spot. You don't really notice it as much. But if you go outside and you see that the areas that you're in, maybe people aren't as well off as you, or you start to see the beauty around you and you start to think about how well off you actually are. Or you just get soaked and you get to come home and be dry. So gratitude for that. Tip number 8 is it will elevate your mood. Everyone knows that when it's sunny, we all just feel better. So whenever you get outside and get used to weather and get used to seeing that whether it's winter time, that there's something nice to look at and it's actually nice to be outside. The summer is nice because you have the sun. The autumn is nice because of the change in the leaves and the trees and things like that. Once you start to appreciate the weather, no matter what it is, then you never really suffer from bad weather. You just suffer from bad clothing. That way you will be able to elevate your mood straight away by just being outside. So the clear oxygen opens up your body, and just seeing beautiful imagery and just being away from everything that goes on just daily in your life, just making that change, interrupting that pattern, will help to elevate your mood. Number 9, which I think is really important, is that you will use social media less. You'll get away from your computer and your phone. I know a lot of people take videos and photos when they're out. I'm one of them. But I do know that when I'm out with people, they're less likely to go on their phone and just check. So whenever you go to a forest or a waterfall, people are more likely to look around them instead of focusing on a phone. Getting away from social media, even if it's only for an hour, half an hour in your day, it's really going to benefit you mentally and physically. Physically because you're not looking down the whole time, and mentally because you're not being distracted by all the negativity that comes along with social media. Tip number 10 is to get dirty. So something that happens as we get older is we think about what people think of us, and then we want to make sure that we're clean, that we don't have dirty shoes, that we don't have stains from food or anything like that. When you get out in nature, no matter how much you try to stay clean, there's a good chance you're going to get dirty. Like, I can't remember the last time I came home without my shoes being covered in mud or my feet being wet or just being sparked from things or dripped on or because I'm climbing things. Get dirty, get out, climb trees, climb on rocks, go off the beaten track. Don't worry about your shoes, don't worry about your coat getting dirty. Just go and be childlike, jump in the puddles, look around you and actually look for somewhere that you can go that'll get you messy. The quicker you get dirty, the quicker you'll not care about getting dirty. And it's very liberating to not have to worry about what people think or what people are going to say about why you're actually covered in mud. Once you get over that, you will enjoy life in general just so much more because you're not worried about what people think of you. So get out there and get dirty. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the video, and I really hope you get out in nature. Take some of these points on board and just see how much you can improve your life by just taking a few minutes a day outside. If you like this video and want to see the last one, that video will appear here. And I would really love for you to hit the subscribe button up in the corner and share this with any of your friends. So thank you very much and have an amazing day, whatever you get up to.